Okay, good evening, everybody. David Silverman here. January 8th, exciting, very exciting things happening, to say the least. Happy New Year to everybody. For the people that are on right now and the people that are going to watch the recording, it's so great to be back in action again. Had a nice time off. Hope everybody had great holidays. Debbie, you had a nice holiday, and Debbie had a nice holiday party. I drank too much eggnog. Thank you very much. And now, because of that, I am now part of the 30-day Heal Thyself Challenge. Thank you very much for the eggnog. It was all the eggnog's fault. Okay.
At only 500 calorie a glass? I don't even know why you're saying that.
Yeah, it was a 500 calorie shot glass is what that stuff was. But anyway, I hope everybody has joined the challenge. It's just it's a fun thing. We're doing it for the first time. And I think there's about $7,000 in the pot right now, but it's $20 to join. I found it very motivating today. Last night, I kind of said, well, tomorrow I'm starting. So I kind of went overboard yesterday, but I know it takes me about 2 weeks to get into good habits, and I'm not in the good habits yet because it just started this morning a few hours ago, but it feels good to get going. So I hope you all join the challenge. I'm going to put in the chat bar real quick, put the link in there to join. If you haven't, you can set up your own account and then you can invite people from there. I put it in there. So welcome everybody. We have this weekly call if you're new for a few purposes. Debbie Wetzler is a triple diamond here in Maryland. She's my sponsor and dear friend. I'm David Silverman, an ambassador diamond here in Maryland. Debbie's getting very close to ambassador, which is so cool. There's so many people moving up in rank, and we have a brand new ambassador diamond coming to, two new brand new ambassador diamonds coming to the Maryland event on the 27th. So if you're on the East Coast, we'll talk about that just a little bit. Come. We have this call every week. Here's the purpose of the call. It's a chance for us all to get together and pretend we're the Brady Bunch, number one. But it is a chance to get together and see each other, where we're all spread out all over the country, some all over the world. But this technology is so nice to be able to do this. We use it for presentations too, Zoom, but this is to get together. It's a chance to meet new team members. We always have to, I say always, we always have testimonials. We have a product testimonial, what the product is doing for people, and a business testimonial, what the business is doing for people. Tonight, we are skipping that because of our special guest. So just so you know, if you were expecting a testimonial, we're not going to do it tonight because we're very fortunate to have Vice President of the company, Reilley, who's in charge of the United States market, on the call today in just a few minutes. We recognize team members for accomplishments. This business is pretty cool. We're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. And nobody's pushing anybody down. Everybody wants everybody to succeed. So we recognize accomplishments, and Debbie's going to do that tonight because there's been a lot. Things are starting to really, really, really pop. And you know, to advance in pin and pay level in this business, it comes as a result of helping people and making people aware of this miracle, making them aware of it now versus a year from now. Some people just don't listen right now, but we talk to enough people, we find the people that want to know now because they see it as a solution to their problem. So we advance in rank by doing that and helping people in our team do the same thing. We make announcements on this call every week. We're going to do that in a few minutes. And we do training. We do training in this on this call because there's a lot of training mechanisms in place. We have a document called the WIN infrastructure because there is an infrastructure in place for training people that come in that really want more than just to have the benefits of the product. They want the benefits of the business. They want residual income. And this product's a miracle. I mean, heck, this 9 out of 10 people, you put it on people and their pain's gone in a few minutes. This literally changes people's lives and can save their lives. There are patents on it. We're early. It's run by incredible people. You'll meet one of them right now in a few minutes. Ethical people that have purpose and above ego and economics. But all those things together is not going to give you what you want if you want to create income. This is a business where it's different than being a baker. It's different than being a lawyer. It's different than being a doctor. I was a doctor. It's its own animal, and there's a way to do this business the right way. And I'd recommend that everybody because we're not going to do a drill training tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of things that are going on. Go to amazingmoleculestraining.com, amazingmoleculestraining.com. Watch Alan Noble's 26-minute video. It's so beautifully done. The only thing that you can vary on that, I would say, is the first video that you have people watch. He recommends certain ones, but there are different ways to do it. So you can, talk to your upline about what the first video is that you use. But it's a simple business, but we want to have training to show people that the goal here is to educate people that this breakthrough has occurred, that it's safe, how to use it, all of that, and also make them aware of the fact that there's an opportunity. Because most people fit one of these two categories. They're struggling or settling in life. And you probably know what I mean. You probably fit this category. I'm not pointing fingers, but the fact is I did. You're either struggling financially, or you're settling financially, or you're settling with not enough time freedom, not enough passion, not enough fun. And so most people fit those categories. This business affords people the opportunity to break out of that trap. 3 to 5 years, you can be completely free. That's why we do this call. That's why we do the training, because we want people to know how to do this. There is definitely a way to do this business. So that's the purpose of the call. Deb, can I make a couple just real quick announcements, and then we'll do the recognition? Is that okay? I'll turn it over to you.
Yep, if you hurry.
Yep, I'm going to hurry.
I have a lot of recognition.
I know. All right, so real quick, I'm sharing my screen. And by the way, let me just show you, there's a document that we have. It's called the Winfrastructure document, and I mentioned it before. And ask your upline for this. This is the most recent version. This is 12/1/17. But it goes through.
Today, David, to everyone.
What's that?
I sent it out to everyone today.
Okay, perfect. So real quick, I'm not going to go through it, but this is the live events that take place during the week. These are prospecting videos that you're educating people about this product and the opportunity. Here's training tools we have. Here's your upline listing with all their phone numbers. And you notice every person on there's a triple diamond or above. And then this last page, just how to get really fast results with the drink for pain. So what's happening with the gel for pain. What's happening this week is this. Number one, the Healthy Self Challenge has started. I really recommend that you do it, whether you want to lose weight or you don't want to lose weight. You're going to get good habits, and we're going to be doing these through the year. It's good to familiarize yourself with it, because once you see how this works and you maybe invite a few people, it won't be all foreign to you next time we do it. I really recommend getting involved in it. The second thing is things that are live events that are taking place this week. Live webinars. Now, you notice I highlighted these. There's lots of them. This is just me and Debbie. These are things me and Debbie are doing. I'm doing a live one at 1 o'clock tomorrow Eastern. These are all Eastern time. This is interactive. Tomorrow night, there's an animal webinar. If you know people that have animals, go to ateamwebinar.com at 9 o'clock. Get them there, right? On Thursday at 8 in the morning, I do one for Asia, this same Zoom number. And then Debbie's doing one at 1 o'clock on Thursday, same Zoom number. And then this Thursday is the most important night of the week. And I hope everybody can get into the habit this year of inviting people. Make Thursday night your Asea business building night. Just invite people to your house, right? And invite them long distance to Zoom in. There's an expert diamond that's going to be there to do it for you. I mean, there's a protocol on how to do these meetings. They're simple as heck. You start at 7 o'clock, and at 7:30, an expert Zooms in. Well, this week it's me. So leverage me. Leverage the fact that I'm a doctor on the medical professional board. Leverage the fact that I'm an ambassador diamond. Leverage whatever you got. But just invite people to your house and know that I'm going to be there to help you. All you're going to have to do is tell them your story, why you invited them, play a short video, get the gel on everybody that has pain, show them before and after pictures. And then tell them you got an expert coming at 7:30. You have your laptop hooked up with your HDMI cable. I didn't know what that was originally. Hook it up to your flat screen. And then I'm going to be there. I'm going to explain Asea. I'm going to tell them about the patents. I'm going to tell them that's not salt and water. I'm going to tell them why it's marketed through network marketing, that they turned down an offer from a pharmaceutical. I'm going to do everything for you. Well, that's me this week. But every week it happens. Every single Thursday night except for Thanksgiving, this happens. I implore you, Okay, if you're on my team, you're on Debbie's team, you're on both of our teams, commit to have people to your house Thursday night. You don't have to have 100 people. It could be 2 people. It doesn't matter. We'll be there. I will be there to help you. Okay. The Envision events, we already had the LA one. Dallas is the 13th. I know we have people on here going. Spokane, Washington is the 20th. The Rockville one is here on the East Coast. We're going to be over 300 people at this thing. Go to aseaevents.com and register for the event. Asia's got meetings taking place this week, next week, and the week after. Some of these are already sold out. I think Hong Kong is tomorrow. They're not sold out. Singapore is on the 11th. They are sold out. No more space. Taipei, I think, is sold out at 500 people. Not sold out, just no more space. Manila is the 16th. And Bangkok is the 18th. But you can find it all at aseaevents.com. That's the end of my announcements. And Debbie, I'm turning it over to you, girl.
Thanks for leaving me 2 minutes.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, thanks. Well, first of all, again, Happy New Year from me. And we haven't been on the phone call for 3 weeks now. And so there's been quite a few rank advancements, and it's all very exciting. So in the interest of time, I'm not going to read the very first ones. And Karen Reilley needs to be text the number, David. I don't know if you just saw that or not. So I'm just going to, I put your names. I took time to do this all today. We have all kinds of new directors, Mayeo, Jean Miller, Josephine Fernandez, Celine Tan, and Elke Bissinger. All kinds of Director 300s, new Director 300s, Arlene Sabo in Canada. Elke Bissinger went to Director 300, then also Maud Follett, Shiva Majmudar, Kathy Xiong, Celine Tan, Charlotte Lavertu, Rexy Villa, Donnelly Martin, Robert Wheel, Julia Brill, Marty Rollins, Yves Delacroix, Caroline Lakuta, Cecilia Wenstrom, Sunada Saisi, Cecilia Wenstrom, and Kathy Xiong. Apologies for anybody if I'm pronouncing their name wrong. Director 700s, new ones, Jerry Herson, Li Wang, Dina Blanc, Benjamin Lin, Benny Xiong, Dennis Bergstaller, Winnie Foon, Linda Owens, Ed Murray, Mabel, Corinne Barnes, Tishang Tan, John and Cindy Hinton, Heini Wong, Nicholas Lim Kai-Fu, Dennis Bergstaller, Ed Murray, Mabel, Corinne Barnes, T. Chung Tan, John and Cindy Hinton, Queenan Lee, Wong, Nicholas Lim Kai-Fu, Dennis Bergstaller, and you see these names twice because they've gone up in rank in the 3 weeks that we've been. Margaret Bonfeld, Michael Sohili, Kanyat, and I don't know how to pronounce that, and Dr. John Monholland. New bronzes, Angela DeTurnay, Nancy Rodlam, Lawrence Lee. New silver, Birgitta Hultren over in Sweden. New gold executives, Sylvie Wilmot, and Dr. Carolyn and Paul Hoffman.
Woo!
New platinum executive, Fang Yen.
Wow.
New diamonds, Melody and Frank Lin. And Ivani gets a new double diamond and a new triple diamond. She went back to back, week to week. Ivani Yu and Dr. King, double and triple diamond.
Yay!
And our very own David and Wendy Silverman, new ambassador diamonds.
Oh.
Yay!
It was all Wendy.
So we have all ranks here that are represented. I couldn't be more proud of our team. I mean, it's really moving. And as you can tell, Asia is exploding. And I know David was talking about doing a little video about attracting them and going out to maybe find some, because we didn't know people from Asia to begin with either. And I was introduced by a good friend of mine to Ivani, who owns the Wellness Center. And it's just been such a joy to have a whole different perspective on things, and to get to know her and her whole team, and just to see the pure joy and giving in her heart. but just to get to know a different culture. It's just been fascinating. So look to expand with all different nations since we're going into so many. So we're very proud of everybody. Thank you so much. And thank you for being part of the team and for everything that you guys are all doing to help share this amazing technology with the world. And it certainly seems to be paying off at this point.
Yeah,
So,
I just want to say congratulations to everybody. It is really gratifying to see people just taking hold. Some have been in for a while and just kicked it in. Some came in recently and just ran with it from the beginning. But congratulations to everybody. People that are brand new that made a decision to come on, people that are doing fast forwards over and over again. Just there's so much to congratulate everybody for. We just don't have enough time tonight, especially. But I just want to tell you how gratifying it is to see people kind of, I'm looking at the whole screen, just kind of moving. So
we also have leaders that are making way towards the ascent. There's a lot of people on this call that are making milestones to that. So I know Ida's one of them. I know several people on the call are on the ascent list and are going to be making it to the ascent, the Cabo trip. So that's very exciting also. And a lot of people have completed fast forwards. And that is really the crux and the meat of this business. So we want to congratulate you for doing those. They've been much more, people who have signed up have really successfully completed them in the past few months. It was the largest quarter the Asea has ever had. And we did more business last year than any other year in Asea's history. And it's all thanks to you guys. Everybody's doing their own fair share of, telling people about this, and one case here and one case there, and it all adds up. So congratulations to literally everybody.
Yep. And Debbie, we have Karen on, I think. Karen, are you on?
I'm here. Can you hear me? Hey, everybody.
Hi, Karen.
So
I'm all bundled up. I'm in the office. It's freezing cold in here.
You're still there.
Why is it freezing cold?
It's hard to heat a glass building in the middle of a Utah winter, I guess.
True. That's something they should have thought about.
Yeah. So I have turned off my space heater so I could hear all of these amazing recognition, congratulatory announcements. Debbie, you do them so beautifully and genuinely. I want to add my hearty congratulations to everybody that's on this call or who might hear this recording later. Thank you for your incredible work, not only in 2017, but this particular quarter of 2017. The last 3 months, we broke every single record in the company's history. The year itself was a phenomenal year, the biggest sales revenue year. The fourth quarter was the biggest fourth quarter we've ever had. The last week of the year was the biggest week we've ever had. And I got to tell you, this first week in January that we just concluded was a good week too. I mean, it was right up there. It's in the top 5, right? So there's no slowing down. I think people feel that they have to slow down because it's the holidays or it's this or it's that, or everyone says it's time to slow down, but you guys didn't. Not at all. And we're just going to keep it going. So congratulations on everybody who not only rank advanced, but I want to add a sincere message of support to all of those who are making fast forward a priority. It really does make a difference in your business. It absolutely can take your business from rank to rank. It can take your business from being a $500 weekly check to being a $5,000 weekly check. It really can. It's all about doing things in a very specific, allotted amount of time with a very, very specific goal in mind. I love the Fast Forward program, and all of our leaders that are going through the ranks love the Fast Forward program as well. So congratulations to those of you who've done or even attempted a Fast Forward. That's half of the battle, right? Show up and just try. The Ascent trip, like Debbie and David have mentioned, so exciting. We had over 300 people on our first Ascent trip last year. We want to make sure that you guys are all with us again this year. This is something you can earn over and over again. Just because you earn it one year Doesn't mean that you shouldn't earn it the next year. You should absolutely make this trip a priority because you're going to see new people. You're going to meet new leaders. But most important, what I saw as I tell you a little bit about the Envision conference that I just went to in LA, I know this is going to come to a shock to people, particularly David. So David, listen up.
I'm listening, girl.
It's not always about you. So now why do I say that? Of course, I say that in jest to my dear, dear friend, David. But I say that to everybody on this call. It's not always about you, but we have a hard time as human beings feeling like it should be about anybody except us, right? But let me tell you what happened at Envision LA. We had a woman who came up to me at the beginning of the meeting, and I will do my very best to get through this with joy in my eyes instead of tears because it was so beautiful. She came up to me at the beginning of the meeting, and she said, I need to tell you why I'm here today. She said, I am here today to be surrounded by my Asea community, to be lifted by their spirit, to be embraced by their love. I came to the Asea convention in the end of September. We had hired a housekeeper to watch everything while we were gone. When we got back, she had cleaned us out. They had lost everything. She had literally cleaned out their home and then cleaned out their bank accounts. So why do I tell you this story? I tell you this story because that woman sat in that room and absolutely needed every single person to be in that room with her. She needed to hear stories of success. She needed to hear stories of product successes, financial successes. She needed a little hope back in her world, and she came to Envision to find that. So here's my question to you. If you don't go to Envision, whose hope are you stealing? It's not about what you will get from Envision sometimes, but about what you will give to someone who is desperately looking for what you can offer them, from what you only can offer them. A smile, a hug, a handshake. I tell you what, it could not have been more amazing, this woman sharing this story. I did ask her to share this story publicly, and it was so liberating for her, and everyone embraced her. There's power in that. There's empowerment in that, in being able to share and be fearless and ask for joy. And I will say at the very end of the day, at all of our Envision conferences, we have this beautiful gift basket. It has about $1,000 worth of stuff in it. Things like Redox Life book. It's got 10 Become magazines. It's got a robe and a blanket. It's got Leadership and Self-Deception. It's got Anatomy of Peace. It's got, $1,000 worth of books, brochures, swag, all of this wonderful stuff. And I'm drawing raffle numbers. And guess who won that raffle? This woman's husband.
No.
Yeah. So look, you guys, it's Envision is so much, and I tease, of course, I joke, it's not all about you. But I just want you to think a little differently about what this Envision conference means to you, but what it could mean to someone you bring, what it could mean to someone else in the room that you might not even know, what it might mean for you to share your story with someone during lunch, during the pre-mix and mingle, after the meeting, those kinds of things. So look, I took a long time on that story. So let me just run quick through some of the highlights of the Envision conference, of course, in LA. This was one of my most favorites, of course. But we had an incredible day together, and it moved so quickly. The only regret I have is I wish it would have been like 4 or 5 hours longer. We could have just had a day full of more content. Paul Tyra did an incredible training. Marsha White did an awesome training. You know, these are educators by heart. They wanted people to really get into some of the nuts and bolts, and people were just taking crazy notes. Of course, we had Larry McFarland, who had a wonderful offer. Anybody that was at Envision who was subscribing to Jeannie got a little extra something at the event, and you're going to get the same offer in Dallas and Washington and Maryland. So we had a lot of new subscribers into Jeannie that weekend. We had 50% of the people in the room who had not already registered for convention, registered for convention. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. We have a great convention offer that we're giving everybody that comes to the Envision event, but not just with the offer, but our big brand new announcement. Now, I know there's been some Facebook pages that have been updated, some new images that you're seeing. Each and every one of these events, we are talking about the introduction and expansion of the Asea product line. You guys, this is historic for us. This is no smaller than Renew 28, right? This is no smaller than Renew Advanced. This is no smaller than the new building. This is like a new country, right? This is an opportunity for our business to expand. Remember what our mission statement is, right? Our vision statement, our mission statement, our core values, right? We want to better people's lives and be a force for good in the world. And we want to do that by offering our world-class products and our world-class culture and our world-class opportunity to the world. We want to own worldwide distribution, not just of Redox cellular health, or not just of Redox technology products, but of the expanded cellular health opportunity. And we made that first announcement there in LA, and we're going to come to Maryland and make it. You can see it over Facebook, but the most important thing for you to remember is March 16th at 3 p.m. Mountain Time. So that's 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Mountain, 2 p.m. Pacific, March 16th. It's a big day for your businesses. Big day for your businesses. And at Envision Conference, you're going to get super clear on what you need to do between now and March 16th to put yourself in the best position to leverage what happens on that 16th of March. All right, so it's super, super exciting. Stay tuned to Facebook, stay tuned to your email, stay tuned to each other. The leaders have lots of great information we're all sharing. So look, you've got to be at an Envision event. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We have the incredible Charles Funke, our CEO, that's going to be there. Dr. Jeff Mockney, formerly with Tourette. I always want to call it Tourette's, but that's not it. Tarot Labs. We have Mike DiDonato. Raise your hand if you have taken a look at Mike DiDonato's Facebook page. I'm going to look at all these people online right now. Raise your hand high or shake your head or do something to let me know that you're there. I got David there. Because Mike DiDonato is also going to be there as well, a brand new Asea athlete. So look, David, thanks for letting me come on and share my enthusiasm, my excitement. I apologize that I'm all bundled up and ready for winter here, but I don't think it matters if I'm wearing makeup or a big puffy coat. This company is going somewhere, and whatever I'm wearing, as long as my shoes are tied, I'll be okay.
I think you ought to cheer up. You seem a little depressed.
I know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I got my Georgia hat on. I'm ready to watch the game in just a little bit. My son went to Georgia, but we're excited to have you out here. I know you're going to all of them. You're going to Dallas coming up. You're going to be in Spokane. You're coming here. We're having a leadership dinner. Karen, we had so many people break rank and get to bronze because they wanted to come to the leadership dinner. They didn't want to miss another one, and there's still time because anybody that goes bronze is able to come to it. Got the recap of what happened in LA. We kind of knew from the Diamond Call what was going to be happening, the March 16th thing. It is just, everything's in place, and it is so exciting. And we're all grateful for the company and for you. And Debbie and I were talking about it today, how much we really do love you. Thank you. Yeah,
I love you guys too. You bring up such an interesting statement, right? Because, and I think I'm like everyone else on this call. I hear you saying, and I hear, look, there's all these great things happening at Envision, and these announcements have already been made, and blah, 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 blah. But I got to tell you something. There is nothing that replaces experience. You can read about it. You can post about it. You can listen to it. But until you are in the room, having the experience with Debbie and David and Terry and Foster and Terry Latham and Alan Noble and Sue Brenchley and Evonde and Bobby and Jerry and Trish and Denny and what was that?
And Chuck and Tammy.
Oh yeah, and well, Chuck and Tammy. I mean, not just Maryland, right? But and Chuck Funke and myself and. You've got to experience this. Plus, We raised $4,500 for Advancing Life, and I know Maryland can do more than that. So we're coming after you guys because we need to make a big difference every single day for the lives of those people in Ecuador and for those men, women, and children in the human trafficking arena. So you guys are going to make a huge difference. Look at this list. I mean, look at this list. Terry Latham, Sue Brenchley, Ed and Rebecca Weens, Chuck and Tammy Gates. So look, I know that you're sitting there thinking, oy, bad weekend, right? Whatever. This, that, or the other. There's 1,000 excuses. But here's the deal. If you are going to make an excuse today, you're going to make an excuse next year. And you're going to make an excuse the year after that. So do yourself a favor. Figure out what you want. Because once you figure out what you want, there are no more excuses. It's that simple. So I want to see everybody in Maryland. It's going to be so great. Don't miss the leadership dinner. David, back to you.
Karen, thank you. Deb, anything else you want to ask Karen or have her add?
I love the way she turns it back to you because I can't get a word in edgewise.
That's because it's all about me, Debbie.
It's all about David.
I have one question. I don't know if you can answer it or not, but we saw that it was patent pending for the nutritional, the core. Is that a process thing, or is that being
timing? It's just timing. I'm sure all the patents will be finished by September. So it's
patents are for what though?
Oh, there's a special absorption process. Oh. Yeah, there's a special absorption ingredient and process of that ingredient so that we have a really, really high absorption of all of the micronutrients in this product. It's whole food based, right? It's got these incredible ingredients in it. And we want to make sure that if you're going to take the product, you're actually going to benefit from the product. You're not just going to, it's not just going to leave your body. So that's what's going to be patented on it.
Yay. Thank you. That's wonderful.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good question.
Yeah. Awesome.
No, that's great. We know anything that Asea does will be very good. And as I say to people, we're still, the flagship redox product company, definitely. But as the study points out, everybody usually takes nutritionals with this. And why not buy them from your own company? We've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah.
And, Asea is going to do good stuff with Whole Foods and everything else. So I'm excited and I'm looking forward to it because I have to buy my green stuff elsewhere right now also.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to think about it like that because, look, a company needs to expand, but they need to do it strategically. We have no desire to be the company with 10,000 products. We don't. But why wouldn't we provide nutritional opportunities with a foundational signaling product, right? Because we already know what we've been teaching for years is that Asea, right? You've got Asea and you've had everybody talking about this. It's labor, right? And materials. This is your contractor. This is the labor of your body. But labor doesn't have anything to do if it doesn't have any materials. A carpenter can't build anything without nails and a hammer and wood, right? So this is your carpenter, and the nutritional line, that's your nails and your wood and your hammer. So we're super, super excited about this. I know that I would rather put my dollars back into Asea, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
And if you think about everybody in your organization, let's just say 80%. We know that nationally 80% of people are taking supplements of some kind. What if 80% of your organization added, not switched, added 50 points, 100 points, 150 points every single month to their auto ship?
Right.
What kind of a difference would it make to your income? What does that income difference make to your family? What kind of differences does your family make in the world? So I'm super stoked. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not very excited.
No, but thanks for answering that question. That's great. I'm super excited too.
Karen, I got one question for you before you go. I know you're doing the challenge also. I'm sharing the screen, and the companies behind this. I don't know if you saw this, but it's up to over 7,000 in the pot now. for the Heal Thyself Challenge.
Look at that. That is awesome.
Pretty cool. Yeah. And I did my weigh in today, and I put a post on that it really is not about just getting visually fit. It's about getting cellularly fit. And it's a soft way to introduce Asea to people that may not have been listening, because it's not just that. What's your opinion on this program?
Well, my opinion is I love it. And I love it for 1,000 different reasons, but a couple of my top reasons. Number one, I love it because it's about making good choices. Why wouldn't I love our associates making great choices about how they feel every single day, about what they're doing every single day? Look, I'm exactly the same as everyone on this call. I get busy, whether it's a job or a church or a community or a neighborhood or a friend or whatever our lives hold. We get busy. And if we're not busy, maybe we're exhausted. And if we're not exhausted, maybe we're doing whatever, right? But we have to start integrating more time for ourselves, more time to be aware of what we're doing. And, I use this analogy. I travel so much that sometimes I tune out that little safety message from the flight attendant that says this: in case of emergency, please secure your own oxygen mask prior to helping others.
Enough said.
Enough said, right? You cannot help anybody if you haven't helped yourself. So drink water, get a lot of rest, eat well, say no more often, right? I walked past a box of donuts today. Do I want a donut? Yes. Did I take a donut? No.
Yay.
Did it really ruin the rest of my day? Well, if you ask Jerem, it did, but that's another story. But here's the deal, right? Look, say no to the donut at 10 a.m., right? If you still want the donut at 4 o'clock, make that decision at 4 o'clock. But at 10 o'clock, say no. At noon, set a timer to get up from whatever you're doing, whether you're in bed because you're not feeling well, you're watching TV, you're chasing the kids, you're sitting at a desk, you're standing at it, whatever you're doing. Set an alarm to go for a walk a couple of times a day for 5 minutes. Walk up and down one flight of stairs. So I love the challenge. In fact, I love it so much, I offered a little bit of Asea product every single week to winners of certain categories in the challenge to introduce them. Yeah, so you guys are going to win some money, you're going to win some product, you are going to feel better, you're going to be accountable, not only to yourself, but to others. So I think it's fantastic. I think it's a great time of year to get something like this kicked off. And no, it's not about losing weight. It's about getting better. And whatever getting better is to you, I'm happy that that's what you're doing. Getting better at drinking water, getting better at turning down sugar, getting better at taking a walk, getting better at 7 hours of sleep instead of 6 hours of sleep. Whatever it is, I just want you to get better at it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Well, the good news is, because you're going to leave now, and the good news is that Debbie is going to gracefully stay on the line and answer everybody's questions about the Heal Thyself Challenge, because my sons are waiting for me by the fireplace watching the game, and I never leave these meetings, but it's the national championship, and I'm going. Karen, thank you.
Go, David. Fly. Be free.
Thanks. Debbie, thank you.
Talk to you
Bye,
guys
everybody.
later.
Have a great week. You know, I'm going to be busy Thursday night having in-home. I'll be there.
Roll Tide.
Go Dogs.